Hello and welcome to Out of the Darkroom on Adorama TV. I'm Ruth Medjber and I'm coming to you today from my brand new photo studio. I'm hoping to share some personal experiences with you on how I make the most of this space for my clients and myself. So one of the things you'll notice about my studio is that it's full of chairs and stools, way more than any normal person would actually need. That's because I find when you bring people into the studio, if you have them standing up straight away, they get a bit stiff and a bit uncomfortable for the first few shots, and you really want to warm them up. So what I tend to do is I have them sit down, just sit down in the space, and you'll notice instantly that their posture, they're just a little bit more casual and relaxed. So when I opened my first portrait studio, first thing I did was I went to a furniture store and bought so many stools in red, in black, in white, in grey, all different colours, all different styles, so that I could match each one to the particular shoot that I was doing. You'll notice as well that I always have a couch in whatever space that I'm working in, because I've even been known to bring that into the middle of the paper and shoot on it. For this particular shot that I'm going to show you now, I turned the couch around, and because I had a toddler that was mad into climbing at the time, I let her just climb on the couch, and then she just saw it like a little mountain and was delighted as soon as she reached the top of it. So I just covered the back of the couch with a really nice blanket and throw, let the child just run around on it, and she just got this really great, expressive, delighted face on the kid. Another important thing to have on in the studio, I find, is music. I always have a little speaker system playing tunes when people come in so that it's a nice vibrant atmosphere. And then I'd always say to the people as soon as they come in, what do you want to listen to? What do you want to play? What's your favorite album? What's your favorite record? And then if they don't have anything, if you're kind of putting them on the spot, then I have a range of playlists already programmed that I could maybe just judge the situation. So obviously if it's a young family, I'll have some kind of like poppy or maybe melodic tunes, or if it's a rock and roll band, I'd have something a little bit harder, edgier. So match the tone of the studio, of the shoot, to the music that you're playing. It really helps people settle in straight away. Another thing I'd say is have the heat on. Have your studio really warm and welcoming and inviting. There's nothing worse than going into a space and it's freezing. You don't want to take your coat off. It should be a relaxing environment. Making people relax is your number one goal in this photo session. So have the kettle on, have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, some biscuits. Invite them to sit down on the couch when they first arrive in, so you're not rushing them. The worst thing you can do is rush people through their photo shoot, that they think, oh, there's going to be people coming in after me, I have to make this quick, I have to get what I want to get. Forget about that. Take your time. Never overbook your studio. Let people relax, and then you'll see that they smile a lot easier. Always, always, always take your time. I like to keep the studio experience quite entertaining for people, and there is times where I can't be with the client all the time. So whether I'm setting up lights or I'm switching backdrops, that kind of thing, I'll always have tons of photo books, and maybe not even photo books, so some like comics and some joke books, things that keep it light and cheery. I also think it's important to personalize your space, so have stuff on the walls, have your previous photographs, have cartoons. It's always nice when you bridge that gap from it being a really professional, neat and tidy experience to a bit of character. People want to see your character as the photographer come through. I think then they're a little bit more confident in you and what you're going to do for them in terms of a photo shoot. If you're photographing people and you notice something that, they're not looking their best for whatever way, maybe their hair has gone a bit fluffy or maybe they've got lipstick on their teeth, tell them. Because if you tell that person that, oh, hang on, I think you could just, if I can just change this, if I could straighten your tie, they'll then really respect your honesty and go, okay, well, she's making me look the best that I'm going to be. I can trust her, and therefore I'm going to ease into this a little bit more. And you'll just see it instantly. People relax when they know that you're there to make them look good. Another great shiny toy for people to have in the studio is a giant mirror. Nothing more easier than just a giant mirror, so that people can always kind of just in between shots kind of go, am I doing okay? Do I look okay? Is this good? And once they know that they look good and nothing's like popped off or gone weird, then they're a lot happier and they're a lot easier to continue shooting. At the end of the day, it's your space. I mean, there's no rules per se in what to do in your photographic studio. It's completely up to you. The shot that I took here of a local band called Little X's for Eyes, they're brilliant, they're all artists, and I said, wouldn't it be great if we had a sea of green things in front of you and made you a mountain range, and then we photoshopped in some clouds afterwards. That's the kind of thing, if you just run with it, you just shoot it the way you want to shoot it, there's no one gonna tell you it's right or wrong. Even when it comes down to lighting your sitters, there's no real way of doing it. Yes, I mean, there's technically correct ways of lighting things so they're beautiful, but once you have knowledge about what light does and what you want in your own artistic vision, then turn off the lights, use candles, use fairy lights, use whatever you want to get the shot that you see inside your head. For this shot here of the two lads from a local band, the only light source here is the light from the projector, that's the image overlay. And then what I noticed was when we were doing this shot, that we had one of our plug-in heaters on and it was giving this brilliant yellow glow to it. And instead of turning it off, I left it on because I really liked the light that came off it. So this is lit with nothing but a projector and some glow off a heater. There's no one to tell you that that's wrong. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be lots of people telling me that that's wrong, but you don't have to listen to them. It's your space. Once you're comfortable in your photo studio, you know where everything is, it's all on hand, you know what bits and pieces do. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, you just do it. You just get the best shots that you want to get in your studio and be happy there. It's your space. Well, that's it for this show. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to see more videos, then subscribe to the Adorama YouTube channel. If you'd like to brush up on your own photography skills, then check out the Adorama Learning Centre. And if you have any comments or thoughts on this show, then please feel free to leave them in the section below. I do love getting your feedback. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.
Do you want great looking prints at low cost? Be sure to visit our easy to use online printing service. Adorama Pix has professionals who treat your images with the utmost care that you can count on. For a quick turnaround on photos, cards, or albums, use AdoramaPix.com.